ஹாய் ஹலோ மக்களே, நான் உங்கள் ஃபுட்பால் தமிழன். வெல்கம் டு மை ஸ்ட்ரீம். புதுசாக பார்க்குறீங்கன்னா நம்ம சேனலுக்கு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணி விட்டு பாருங்கள். கைஸ், பார்க்குறவங்களாம் லைக் பண்ணி விட்டு பாருங்க கைஸ். புதுசாக பார்க்குறீங்கன்னா நண்பர்களே. கைஸ், புதுசாக பார்க்குறீங்கன்னா நம்ம சேனலுக்கு லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க கைஸ். நேற்று போய் விளாண்டு வேஸ்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு நண்பர்களே. ஒரு மேட்ச் கூட ஜெயிக்க முடியல நண்பர்களே. ஜெயிக்கிற மாதிரி இருந்தால் ஜெயிச்சுருந்துருக்கலாம். மேட்ச் கூட இங்கே ஜெயிக்க விடல. கைஸ், பார்க்குறவங்களாம் லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. புதுசாக பார்க்குறீங்க நம்ம சேனல். நம்ம வெப்கேம் எடுத்து விட்றவா நாளைக்கு மட்டும். ஓவர் பிரைட்னஸாக இருக்கு. இதெல்லாம் கைஸ், பார்க்குறவங்களாம் லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க கைஸ். லைக் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் மட்டும் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. ஹாய் ப்ரோ, ஹாய். வாங்க ப்ரோ, வெல்கம் டு ராம் ப்ரோ. ப்ரோ, இன்னைக்கு ஆஃபீஸ் நீங்கள் என்ன படிக்கிறீங்களா இல்லை ஒர்க் பண்ணுறீங்களா? ஆஃபீஸ் லீவ் ஆகுது. இந்த மேட்ச் பார்ப்பேன் ப்ரோ. அப்படி இல்லைன்னா ஒரு ஜாய்ஸ்டிக் வாங்கிட்டு வர வேண்டியதான்.
who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Iniesta. Out to the left it goes. Cristiano Ronaldo. Antoine Griezmann, do we still consider him, Jim, the face of French football?
Yeah, I think there's some room for debate here, Peter, but I can't think of anyone who has a more versatile style of play.
He's just won so much, hasn't he? He might have had his fair share of disappointments in various finals, but he did win the tournament that really mattered back in 2018.
And he was outstanding in the final, an assist and a very controversial penalty.
Of course, that's right. One of the first significant penalties to be given as a result of a video-assisted review. Iniesta, and the counter is on. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Koundé, Mohamed Salah. He's onside. Up he goes.
நல்லா பண்றான்.
Decent enough try.
Oh, that look of disbelief.
ஒரு நிமிடம் ப்ரோ. ஏன் வந்து கேமரா வைக்க கைஸ் பார்க்குறவங்க நம்ம சேனலுக்கு லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க புதுசாக பார்க்குறீங்க.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Quarter of an hour played. And it's Cancelo. Now it's Torres. Oh, the ball's run loose here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Real chance here. Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. This to make it 1-0.
ஒரு ஜாக்கி வாங்கிட்டு வந்து நெட்டுக்கு கூட்டா நெட்டுக்காரன்னு வர மாட்டான். நெட்டுக்காரன் எங்க போனானே தெரியல.
The Netherlands have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Costa Curta. Forwards and with intent. Mbappe looking to run onto it. Iniesta. And he was alert to it. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Iniesta. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's Cancelo. Big header!
nice ball.
He's got away with one there.
இது வேஸ்ட் ப்ரோ. இது நமக்கு இந்த கேமரா செட் ஆகணும். செட் ஆகணும் கொஞ்சம் நாளாக இருக்கு. நார்மல் கேமரா வச்சுக்கணும். இதான் நமக்கு செட் ஆகும். இதான் கொஞ்சம் ஹைட்டாக தெரியுது. ஏன்னா மற்றனா ரொம்ப குறுக்கியாக தெரியுது.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Costa Curta for Iniesta. Now it's Rafinha. He's found a way through. Chance! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Chouameni. Oh, nicely intercepted. That's a lovely, neat pass. Mohamed Salah. It's Salah! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Bellingham. The Netherlands looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Rafinha. Well read, nice interception. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Iniesta. Griezmann.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Rodri. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Iniesta. Chouameni. Costa Curta. Air Force Club finding their passes. And here's Griezmann. Bellingham. João Cancelo is one whose delivery has a goal!
Ah.
It's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, that's something that'll make them...
Guys, பார்க்கறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க guys.
Dug in deep then, and they've got their leveler.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, his appreciation of space then was absolutely exceptional. And moving...
And we've reached half-time. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's 1-1. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's 1 each.
Guys, பார்க்கறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு
So
பாருங்க.
once again, we're underway. So both teams emerge the same as they were before the break. Griezmann. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Pedri. Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bellingham. That's Thuram. João Cancelo. João Cancelo. It's Bellingham. Rodri. He's on Torres!
PlayStation bro. ஆமாம் bro, ரஃபி இருக்கான். ஆமாம் bro.
Ability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
Yes bro,
There
PlayStation
was
தான்.
no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Air Force Club take the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Nice interception, well timed. Now it's Torres. Bellingham. He could be in here. Cristiano Ronaldo. Iniesta. That's good running with the ball. Mbappe. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Guys, புதுசா பார்க்கணும் நம்ம சேனலுக்கு அப்படியே சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணி விட்டு பாருங்க.
So can they find a way to turn round this deficit? And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rodri. It's Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's nice. And it's Griezmann. It's Pedri.
The attendance for this
Iniesta.
match was 72,306.
Bellingham. Fernando Torres. Tar picks it up from the goal kick. Air Force Club are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
நிறைய பாஸ் போறான்டா.
Substitution.
So time for change.
Guys, பாக்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க guys.
Cards for a little while. He's had it taken off him. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's been won straight back. Alexander-Arnold. Can he latch on to this? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Pedri. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rice. Valverde. Tchouaméni. Now it's Rafinha. In with the challenge. Alexander-Arnold. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Very nicely done. Rafinha stood his ground strongly. And here's Mbappe. Can he finish? So close to drawing level.
Mbappe was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Fernando Torres.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, super find. He rises! Sticks it away! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Air Force Club go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
That's been cut out, well played. Oh, easy pickings there. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Oh, and he's through the middle. Great position here. He's had a shot! And it's there!
Bro, பாக்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க bro.
Losing away. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
There will be 3
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Keeper gets just about enough of it.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Adams robs him of possession. Rafinha. That is very well defended. And he's picked out the run. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Koundé. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. The Netherlands pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their
guys பாக்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணி பாருங்க guys. வெப்கேம் எடுத்துறோம்டா. ரொம்ப பிரைட்டா இருக்கு. ரொம்ப பிரைட்டா இருக்கா ப்ரோ வெப்கேம்? யாராச்சும் பார்த்து சொல்லுங்க. பிரைட்டா இருக்கா ப்ரோ வெப்கேம் ரொம்ப? எப்படியா வந்து பாத்து 2 பேர் பாக்குறீங்க. கரெக்ட் ப்ரோ. ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே. அப்ப சரி. கரெக்டா இருந்தா சரி ப்ரோ. இன்டர்நெட்லயே போயிட்டு நம்ம வந்து ஃபார்மேஷன் பார்க்க வேண்டியதான் ப்ரோ. ஏன் தெரியல திடீர்னு பஞ்சாயத்து ஆயிடுச்சு. ஃபார்மேஷனே ஒரு பஞ்சாயத்து ப்ரோ. ஃபார்மேஷனை கரெக்டா வச்சு ஆடுவாங்க. ப்ளே வார்டி ப்ரோ. வார்டி வச்சிருந்தேன் ப்ரோ. இப்பதான் எடுத்தேன். தலைவன் கொஞ்சம் ஹைட்டு ப்ராப்ளமா இருக்கு. கொஞ்சம் லைட்டா கொஞ்சம் முன்னேறிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் வார்டியை வச்சு ஆடலாம் அப்படின்ட்டு இருந்தேன். நான் போட்டு பொழக்கிறான் இப்போ. இங்க வரவங்கலாம் ஃபுல்லா ஏம் அசிஸ்ட்லாம் ஆன் பண்ணிட்டு வந்துடுறானுங்களா? அடிச்சு ஜெயிக்க முடிய மாட்டேன் ப்ரோ. பொலன்ட்டு பொழந்து எடுத்துடுறானுங்க. முடிய மாட்டேன். டீம்ல என்ன பஞ்சாயத்துனா அந்த ஃபார்வர்டு தான் ப்ரோ பஞ்சாயத்து. சரி ஒரே ஃபார்மேஷன் வச்சா செக் பண்ணி பாருங்க. இல்ல ஒரே ஃபார்மேஷன் இல்ல ப்ரோ. இது பிஎஸ்ல கொஞ்சம் வித்தியாசமா இருக்கும். ஒரே ஃபார்மேஷன் வச்சு விளாண்டா கண்டிப்பா முடியாது. என்னடா 3-2-5 ஒரே ஃபார்மேஷன் வச்சா அவங்களுக்கு அதுங்க ஏத்த மாதிரி கொடுப்பானுங்க ப்ரோ. அதுதான் ப்ரோ பஞ்சாயத்து. பாம்பே எஃப்சி என்ன யூடி ப்ரோ.
Well, it is a game which, in the grand scheme of things, may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear.
இல்ல அவங்க இந்த இதுல மட்டும் ஃபார்மேஷன் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணி கொஞ்சம் விட்டாலும் இது பண்ணிடுவாங்க. மொபைலை பொறுத்து எனக்கு சத்தியமா தெரியல ப்ரோ மொபைல் எப்படின்ட்டு. ஆனா இதுல அப்படி கிடையவே கிடையாது. அதுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி தான் தருவாங்க.
Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. The action has already started. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. Has a goal! Oh, the ball's run. Oh, he's been caught on it here. This time, surely, they've scored!
Well, once more, it's him.
இதுல என்ன பஞ்சாயத்தாவும் எதுனே தெரியாது. திடீர்னு நல்லா இருக்கும், திடீர்னு குழப்பம்.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood and
real chance. They've done it.
இதுப்புன்னு மாத்துவானு. நான் நம்பவே முடியாது. ஜாய்ஸ்டிக் தான் ப்ரோ போய் இப்பவே வாங்கிட்டு வந்துறேன். இந்த லைவ் முடிச்சிட்டு போய் ஜாய்ஸ்டிக். நெட்டுக்கு 100 mbps கொடுத்தா கொஞ்சம் நல்லா இருக்கும் ப்ரோ ஸ்ட்ரீம் பண்றதுக்கு.
always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? There's such an entertaining watch.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Otto in with the challenge. That's a sharp pass. Nicely intercepted. And it's Maradona. And here's Mbappe. Still pretty early days, but the difference in fortune is very clear. Pedro Porro, well seen, saw that coming. Pass is just off target. Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. He's had a hit!
இந்த கேம்ல நிறைய லாக் இருக்கும் ப்ரோ, நெட் ப்ராப்ளம். ஆமா, லாக் இல்லாம அப்ப இல்ல நான் எதுக்கு சொல்றேன்னா இப்ப 40 MBs ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்கு, அதனால சொன்னேன். மைக் நல்லா கேக்குதுல்ல, விட்டு விட்டு எதுவும் கேட்கல, ஒரு மாதிரி லாக் ஆகிற மாதிரி எதுவும் கேட்கல. எனக்கு ஓபிஎஸ்ல கனெக்ட் பண்ணா பஞ்சாயத்தா இருக்கும்.
Mendes has it out wide and in space. Bastoni. That pass has been well intercepted.
Oh, good read. That was well played, well stopped.
Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Zico in acres of space out wide. Oh, important interception.
Belgium clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side, the current supply route. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Mendes cuts out the pass. He won't be happy with that one. He's going to be disappointed with that. That's really well manoeuvred. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Well, that is one way to stop him. Iniesta. Tchouameni. And they can counter here. Belgium finding their passes. And it's Scholes. Pedro Porro picks it up out wide. Maradona. Bastoni. Pedri. Now Otto. Iniesta. It's Iniesta!
ஒரு டவுட், பிளேஸ்டேஷன் அல்ல விளையாட முடியாது ப்ரோ, விளையாட முடியாது, அது ஆட முடியாது. இப்படி ஆடுற மாதிரி இருந்தா இல்லை, அது கிராஸ் பிளே கொண்டு வந்தானு ப்ரோ. ஆனால் அதுக்கு எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஈஸியாக இருக்க மாதிரி இருக்கும். நீங்கள் என்னதான் இருந்தாலும் எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் இதாக இருக்கும், ஈஸியாக இருக்க மாதிரி எனக்கே ஃபீல் ஆகுது. அதுக்கு எப்படின்னு தெரியல.
Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Way through. He's done very well to take that back. And that's an errant pass. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Maradona is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Iniesta climbs up big!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Can he get it through? Shifted it to the flank. Very nicely done. Terrific header. It's a goal. Two to the good.
கைஸ் பார்க்குறவங்க லைக்கா பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க கைஸ்.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
The Netherlands go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Look, it's a whole different ball game now, Peter, and it's a test of how they manage affairs from here.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Bastoni. And he's only two hands. Shot at goal! And that is
Third
the
goal
final action of the
hitting.
first half.
ஆமா நல்லா இருந்துச்சு
Well, it's hard to
ப்ரோ.
say
நான்
whether
நேத்து வரைக்குமே என்ன போட்டு
because
போல
of
போலன்னு
the
தான் ப்ரோ பழந்தானுங்க.
circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the
இதனா இது
opposition
பண்ணிருக்க
can
மாட்டாங்க.
come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
நேத்து வரைக்கும் நம்மளாம் அடி வாங்க
Plenty at stake, and that does show highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. The Netherlands head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Belgium have their second corner now.
இப்பதான் நானே
Up for a header!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Drogba. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
ஏய் ப்ரோ வாங்க.
Mendes unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Steaming on goalwards. Now who's going to be first to this? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Adams. Maradona. Passing is crisp and sharp. Iniesta gets into some space. Mbappe. Beckenbauer tries to clear. Zico. Drogba.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any
குட்
risks.
மார்னிங் ப்ரோ. குட் மார்னிங். இப்பதான் எந்திரிச்சிங்களா? லீவா
It'll be
இன்னைக்கு?
a throw-in.
மொபைல்ல டிவிஷன் 2 ரீச் பண்ணிட்டேன் ப்ரோ. பட் டிவிஷன்
And it's Pirlo. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
987.
Iniesta, skillfully cut out.
Ah.
He is so at ease on the ball. Mbappe. No way through. Now it's Scholes. Now it's Zico. That looks a good ball through.
நான் போயிடலாம் ப்ரோ. பார்த்துக்கலாம். இல்லைன்னா விடுங்க. அடுத்து வீட்டெல்லாம் நிறையா இருக்கு.
Maradona. Stoichkov has found the net here, of course. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's got away.
இந்த ரீசன் என்ன போயிருக்கலாம்.
And it's Maradona. Pirlo calmly anticipates. Shifted upfield. Nuno Mendes. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Oh, that's a fine interception. Oh, that's well done, really robust.
வேணாம் ப்ரோ.
Pedro
கவலைப்படாதீங்க.
Porro. Chouameni. And it's Zico. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now it's Maradona. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Pinches it off him. Chouameni. Maradona. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Zico. It's a pretty loose pass. Adams. Chouameni. Can he latch on to this? Iniesta does well to get it back. Brilliantly cut out. Chouameni. Nuno Mendes. Pirlo. Now it's Scholes.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Epic
is
open.
filled.
Substitution for Belgium. Number 17, Scholes. Number 11, Pedro Porro.
Oh, ivan Belgium manager illa right.
Nuno Mendes. Coming on the field, number 18, Pulisic. Number 8, Griezmann. Number 22, Guti.
Epic open பண்ணு bro. Epicலாம் காசு வேணுமே bro. அப்படியே சைடுல அந்த ஸ்கேன் ஏன் மூஞ்சி போல ஸ்கேனரை போட்டுறவா 5000 ரூபாய் பண்ணி விட்டீங்கன்னா அந்த இப்பவே எபிக் போய் பண்ணிடலாம். நான் சொல்றேன் நமக்கு அந்த நம்ம யூடியூப் அவ்வளோ பெரிய யூடியூப்லாம் இல்லையா ப்ரோ, கம்மி யூடியூப்.
The Netherlands have the
Epic
chance to go
open
the other
பண்றான்.
way. Oh, that Albert! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Abiati has that under control. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Nakata. Guti. And it's Forlan.
ஜஸ்ட் ஒன் ஸ்பின் கூட இல்லையே.
Edges and forces him off the ball. Maradona. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now it's Vardy. And the shot!
ஆஹா,
It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
ஜஸ்ட் இது இல்ல ப்ரோ, 100 ரூபா கூட இல்ல. நேத்தா மேனேஜர் வாங்கினேன்.
On a job
இங்க பாருங்க காட்டுறேன்
really well done. Superior tactically, physically.
ஐ காட் ஒன் ஸ்பின். அப்படியா, இருங்க நான் அவங்க என்ன காட்டுறேன் பாருங்க. எனக்கு வந்து சுத்தமா கிடையாது. இருந்தா கூட இது பண்ணிடு சுத்தி விட்டுலாம். இல்லை எதனாவது கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் நான் கூட வச்சு விளாடலாம். ஒண்ணுமே இல்லாத இப்போ வச்சுக்கலாம். வால் பண்ணிட்டு சுத்தமா இதுவே கார்டே கிடையாது. இல்லைன்னா கூட வச்சு ஆடிடுவேன். நீங்க ஏதோ அந்த அந்த தொட்டு தொட்டு ஸ்பின் பண்ணீங்களா ப்ரோ? ப்ளே ரேட்டிங் பிசி அது கொஞ்சம் எப்படி எக்ஸ்பிளைன்? பிளேயர் ரேட்டிங்கா? பிளேயர் ரேட்டிங்லாம் பிளேயர் ரேட்டிங் ஆனால் முக்கால்வாசி பிளேயர் ரேட்டிங்லாம் தேவையே கிடையாதுன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன். பார்ட்டி வைக்கணுமா? அடச்சே, கிரியேட்டிவ் பிளேமேக்கரா மாட்டி வச்சாச்சு வாங்க ப்ரோ. பொசிஷன் கேமிங் ஆடுறீங்களா? ஆமாம் ப்ரோ, பொசிஷன் நேத்தா மேனேஜர் பார்த்து நீங்க பார்க்கலையா? நேத்தா வாங்கினேன் மேனேஜர். வெறும் ப்ரோ நீ காலை நெட்டுக்கு ஃபோன் அடிச்சா ஃபோன் எடுத்து தொலைய மாட்டான் ப்ரோ. 100 MBS மாற்றி விடலான்னு பார்த்தா ஓ அப்படியா? என் தம்பி இதுல ஏத்திருக்கேன் ப்ரோ, இ ஃபுட்பால் ஏத்திருக்கேன். அப்போ என்னடா கோல் கீப்பரே இல்ல. மட்டும் பேர் போறோம். ஜஸ்ட் ஒரே அதுக்கெல்லாம் லக்கி அக்கௌண்டா இருக்கும். நமக்குலாம் லக்கியே கிடையாது நண்பரே. லக்கி எங்க இருக்கவே இல்லையா? இது மொபைலோட அக்கௌண்ட்டை இதுல கனெக்ட் பண்ணலாமா? இதுல பிஎஸ்ஐல ஏ கார்டு பி ப்ரோ அந்த ரேட்டிங் இங்க சொல்றேன் எனக்கு. இன்னும் 10 GB இருக்கு ப்ரோ. அவன்கிட்ட ஏத்தணும்னா மொபைலோட அக்கௌண்ட் இதுல ஓபன் பண்ணும் ப்ரோ, சிஸ்டம்ல லேப்டாப்ல ஓபன் பண்ணும். அது வராதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். கைஸ் பாக்குறவங்கலாம் லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க கைஸ். புதுசா பாக்க நம்ம சேனலுக்கு அப்படியே சப்ஸ்கிரைப் தட்டி பாருங்க.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the soundtrack. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. The action has already started. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe. Maradona will not want to lose out here. Chance! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And that is as far as they're going to go. Driving on and making good progress. And there's green grass ahead of him. Otto. Defending of the desperate variety. That is a brilliant interception. Alessandro Costa-Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Well, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Davids. Manchester United looking to pass their way through. Hullet. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And Hullet! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Always onto this. He could be in here.
Come on, Party! You.
He is so at ease on the ball. And that's been intercepted.
என்னடா போயிட்டோரா?
Mbappe. He is through here.
என்னடா?
And it's Maradona. Cannavaro deals with that comfortably. It's lofted through here. And he's heaved it away. Costa Curta.
Manchester United
Joystick வாங்கிட்டு வரியா?
are
Joystick
trying to
மட்டும்.
establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
And here's Hullet. Mbappe. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Out of play for a goal kick. Costa Curta. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Chouameni
அச்சா.
back into the middle.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he's only too happy to take that back. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Mateus, very much a man of this moment. Del Piero looking to penetrate opposition lines. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Odo. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
There's the hit! That's going to go a long way. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, the work rate
நல்லா தப்பு பண்ண
is
பாத்தீங்களா? அதுல மாட்டானா?
fantastic, and it set up the opportunity. That's great
நான்
effort.
பட்டே பண்ண எப்பொழுதுமே ஒரு ஒரு சின்ன மிஸ்டேக்னாலும் சொல்லி முடிச்சிடுவானு.
The Netherlands have the chance to go the other way. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. And it's Iniesta.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Hullet. Now it's Mbappe. He's played it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Maradona. And he's picked out the run. Stoichkov. He's picked his way through. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Otto. Oh, it's come loose. Maradona. Nicely weighted ball. Great chance! And he thumps it clear.
இந்த சான்ஸ் போய் வாடி விட்டானே.
A breathless ending.
சோ
But it was their half largely of could haves and should haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel their overdue a goal.
गाइस பாக்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க गाइस. புதுசா போய் நம்ம சேனல் போட்டு
As yet, at the break, it's 0-0. So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
There's the shot!
லாக் எப்படியாவது
He
பாத்தீங்களா?
has reacted superbly there. Bernardo Silva really must be thinking
Come
what
on,
he has
guys.
to do to score there.
Adams is there and he can get that clear. Costa Curta. He gets big!
சா.
And he's straight
Offside.
offside. Davids.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Terrific header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Maradona. And it's Maradona. Hullet. Mbappe. Chouameni for Iniesta. And it's Bernardo Silva. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
எப்படி லாக் ஆகுது பாருடா சை இல்லைன்னா இவங்க போட்டு முடிச்சிடுவாங்க. கைஸ் பார்க்குறவங்களாம் நம்ம சேனல் புதுசாக பார்க்கணும் சேனல் லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க கைஸ். புதுசாக பார்க்கணும் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. சாரி லைக் பண்ணிட்டு.
Substitution in progress.
அது ப்ரோ இருக்கீங்களா இர்ஃபான் ப்ரோ? அது என்னன்னா
Beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
They continue each to cancel the other out. Rummenigge, Del Piero, decent hit! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
The attendance for this match.
கரண்ட் ரேட்டிங் பிளேயர் ப்ரோ. கரண்ட் ரேட்டிங் பிளேயரை வந்து அவன் இது
That's
பண்ணுறான்.
very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Manchester United have their
மட்டும்தான்
second corner.
இந்த சி கார்டு இ கார்டு அந்த மாதிரி இருப்பானு. கார்டு கொஞ்சம் மொக்கையாக இருந்துச்சுன்னா அது இ கார்டு அந்த மாதிரி.
Yamal with the short one. Ronaldinho! That is decidedly lacking.
Spirited to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
The Netherlands clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Otto did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Iniesta. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between. Can he put it away? It's in! And finally, he has breathed life into the game.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
After 70 minutes is number 17, Alessandro Del Piero.
கைஸ் பார்க்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க கைஸ்.
Substitution for Netherlands, number 15.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Coming on the field
Well, Peter,
is
I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Manchester United have penetrated for the first time.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Nakata. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Manchester United finding their passes.
அடா எதுவுமே பண்ணாம.
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
மண்டை குழம்பி.
It'll be a throw-in.
பேக் ஆயிட்டு
Oh, and that should have been two.
Well, he's definitely kept the side in the game then. That's really good positioning. They could have doubled their...
Oh, here's a chance! And that would have won it.
Rummenigge really did let them off the hook. They could have wrapped it all up.
Bernardo Silva is firing after that one. He can run onto that. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
ஏய் என்னடா
Davids. He's been picked out. Yamal! It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like
Come on.
these.
Smoothly does it. Oh, it's just a little long. Chouameni.
The Netherlands really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
And Vardy! Oh, within an inch or two.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it later, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Stoichkov, Alexander-Arnold, and it's Nakata.
There will be
Just
5
seeing the
minutes
board
added
now,
time.
it's going to be 5 extra minutes.
எல்லாம் நான் கடா
Ah, that's a fine interception. Bernardo Silva. Rummenigge. Great defending, strong and determined. Nakata. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Yamal. Rummenigge. And it's Bernardo Silva. So that's it. It is all over. The Netherlands were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered.
தலைவன் வாட்டி வந்து செகண்ட் ஹாஃப்ல தான் ப்ரோ நல்லா வரான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஹாஃப்ல போட்டு நானே சொதப்பிடுறேன் ப்ரோ வாங்க ப்ரோ வாங்க வாங்க வெல்கம் ப்ரோ என்ன ப்ரோ நேற்று நைட்டு வரேன்னா ஆளே காணோம் என்ன கதை என்று தெரியவில்லை நான் ஸ்ட்ரீம் போட்டேன் கரெக்டா இன்னும் ஆளை காணும் ஃபங்க்ஷன்ல இருக்கேன் அப்புறம் வரேன் ஓகே ஓகே வாங்க வாங்க அப்புறம் வாங்க அப்புறம் வாங்க ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஓகே வாங்க வாங்க அப்புறம் வாங்க ப்ரோ நைட்டு லைவ் இருக்கும் காலையில் லைவ் இருக்கும் சும்மா தான் இப்போ மார்னிங் லைவ் போட்டேன் வீட்டில் தானே இருக்கேன் கைஸ் பார்க்குறவங்களாம் லைக் பண்ணிட்டு வருங்க வாங்க நோவா ப்ரோ வெல்கம். தம்பியோட லேப்ல நான் இது பண்ணியிருக்கேன் ப்ரோ, கனெக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். சேவ் ஆர்மிக்கு ஒரு ஃபார்மேஷன்ல வந்தா அதே ஃபார்மேஷன், இவங்களும் அதே ஃபார்மேஷன். நம்ம ஒரு ஃபார்மேஷன் கொண்டு வந்தா அவங்களும் அதே ஃபார்மேஷன் கரெக்டாக கொண்டு வந்துடும். கைஸ் பாக்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணி பாருங்க. ஹெட்செட்லயே மைக் இருந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும் ப்ரோ, அழகா ப்ளேஸ் வரைய மைக். லேப்டாப் ஏறிச்சானான்னு பார்த்தா
Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And as you can see, we've already started here. Maradona! Danger averted for now.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, great! That's another chance.
என்ன மாப்ள ஆஃப்டர்நூன் லைவ்? ஆமா மச்சான், எப்பவுமே லைவ்ல தான் இருப்போம், எப்போ நம்ம ஸ்ட்ரீமுக்கு வரலாம்.
Gakpo has been included in the starting lineup. Does he have a key role to play here, Jim?
He's got pace to burn, Peter, and the good news about that is he's also got fabulous technique which he marries into that running power. To be honest, he can do it all. You name it. I think he's going to add a different dimension to their attack and make them much more.
எங்க மச்சான் வீட்லயா இல்ல எப்படி?
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Okay.
David Villa. David Villa!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods.
Bro, வரேன் bro.
It was very kind of him to oblige so early.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish. And I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
The Netherlands are already chasing the game. They didn't invent that. That is good alertness.
கத்தரம் ஓய் மாப்ள. ஐயோ.
David Villa has a goal.
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Some really good ball movement. Stoichkov proves just a little bit too strong. And he's there to retrieve it. Quarter of an hour played. And he cuts out the supply. Odo. And it's Salah.
The Netherlands really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash...
There's the shot! Oh, here we
go.
And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The Netherlands grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Cleared without hesitation. Engages and forces him off the ball. Maradona going face to face with his great rival. Mbappe, It is a corner. The Netherlands with the corner. They're first. He rises!
நல்லா பாடுறான்.
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
ஒரே பால்ல சொல்லி முடிச்சுட பார்க்கறாங்க. ஒரே பாஸ் தான்.
Gakpo proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days. All part of a forward's duties.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Odo is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run. And
நான் ஒரே ஒரு பாஸ் தான்.
Costa Curta. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. It's just beyond his reach. Odo. Mohamed Salah. Now Odo. And it's Salah. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good.
என்னடா சும்மா தூக்கி தூக்கி புண்டா அடிச்சிட்டு இருக்க. ஏதோ ஒரு பாஸ் போயிரும் போல இருக்கு. அப்படியே அதே போட்டலாம்னு இருக்கான். அப்பா டென்ஷன் புண்டையாவது எனக்கு. கர்மத்தை.
Mohamed Salah. Salah. Mbappe. Gakpo. Mbappe! And it's Maradona. And here's Mbappe. Oh no, this does not look good.
எப்பா
One way or another.
எவ்வளோ இது
The Netherlands have themselves a chance from the spot. Ball on the spot. Can he?
கழிச்சு நோய்டா மாப்பிள.
Oh, it
ஐயோ
rattles the bar. And again.
அப்படியே கோல் போட்டாச்சு நண்பர்கள். யோ ஹோல்ட்.
And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
The Netherlands get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, it's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. Adams.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Gakpo. There's a sharp little ball here.
Oh, really well played.
Maradona's cross. David Villa. Referee's had a look.
நைஸ் வா வா வெல்கம். உடம்பு பரவாயில்லையா நான் வரேன் இது.
Well,
Yeah,
what a
we've got it.
comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. And we are up to the break.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And we are back on the way. And he's there to get it away. And here's Mbappe. Bastoni does really well to win the ball there. Maradona. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Mohamed Salah. Can he latch on to this? Up he goes! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's really well cleared. Otto. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. David Villa looks to get on the end of this. And he's intervened well there. Ball is over the
தலைவன்
line.
ஆனா இது மொட்டை கை தான் ப்ரோ.
Mbappe, who does have an assist to his name. Gakpo. Mbappe. Maradona. And it's Salah. Maradona looking to run onto it.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 70.000.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That's a throw. David Villa might just make this. Rice succumbs to the pressure. That's going to go a long way. And it's Maradona. Mohamed Salah. And the shot!
அவ்வளவுதான்.
And yes, it's there!
முடிஞ்ச நண்பர்களே, கோலி முடிஞ்சு போன மேட்ச் ஜெயிக்க வேண்டியது.
Goal comes comfort. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
ஏய் நான் என்ன
He
இது
laid up the
வச்சிருக்கேன்.
landscape,
ஏய்
Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Chouameni. Maradona. Can he put it away? Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It didn't quite
guys
come
பாக்குறவங்க
out
லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க guys.
but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Corner number 2 then. He gets big. That's a half-decent try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. That could spell trouble. Pedri. And it's Ronaldinho. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Mbappe. Hakimi clears. Well, they've got it again. Rice can get it clear.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's picked out the run. And through to the goalkeeper. Odo. Salah. Here's Chouameni. Oh, no joy this time. Now it's Mbappe. And he was quick to react. Gakpo. Maradona. Oh, super ball. Mbappe! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Oh, super find. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Stones.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And that's it.
நைஸ் மேட்ச்.
What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players.
guys பாக்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க guys. எப்படி ஒரு மேட்ச். மொத்தம் ஜெயிச்சாச்சு guys. விட்ட பாயிண்ட்லாம் திரும்பி பிடிச்சலாம் நண்பர்களே. கைஸ் பார்க்குறவங்களா நம்ம சேனலுக்கு லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. புதுசாக பார்க்குறீங்கன்னா சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க. விட்டா பாயிட்டா திருப்பி பிடிச்சிடலாம். கவலை வேண்டாம். எப்படி ஹெட்டிங் பண்ணணும்னு தெரிஞ்சிச்சு நண்பர்கள். அதுவே போதும் நண்பர்கள். ஹெட்டிங் எப்படி பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு தெரிஞ்சாலே வாழ்க்கையில் முன்னேறலாம் ப்ரோ. ஒருத்தர் பார்க்குறீங்க ப்ரோ, அது யார் ப்ரோ? ஒருத்தர் விடாம பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கு பாலு. ஒரே நிமிஷம், இது வந்துருச்சான்னு பார்க்கணும். இன்னும் 4 GB இருக்கு கை. அவ்வளோதான் டவுன்லோட் ஆயிடும். என் தம்பியோட லேப்ல போட்டிருக்கேன். எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பார்ப்போம்ல, கனெக்ட் பண்ணி விளாண்டு.
Well, hello, welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game.
Baby.
Mind you, they all do at this ground. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Van Bouten makes the interception. Chouameni is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Tedri carries the ball down the right. Now it's Stoichkov. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this team has a great engine room in the shape of this guy, Chouameni. The Frenchman being a robust, relentless pressing machine who also excels in ball return.
Climbs up big! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
And he's intervened well there. Cafu. Griezmann. Neither of these two want to come off second best. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Chouameni. And here's Iniesta. Iniesta going face-to-face with his great rival. The Netherlands are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Griezmann, very much a man of this moment. And he's managed to get free. He's had a shot! Maradona. Played back in. Chouameni calmly anticipates. Maradona. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Yamal. Cafu. And that is expertly dealt with.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Driving forward. And it's Griezmann. And here's Batistuta. Iniesta. Great defending, strong and determined.
Oi!
shot. It's fallen kindly.
Hey.
here.
என்னடா கருமம். சை லாக் கைட்.
Barcelona are in front.
நம்மளே கரெக்ட்டா விளையாண்டாலும்
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
பார்வடி என்ன வர
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Has a goal!
நல்லா லாக் ஆகுதுடா.
And he was there to get a vital
ஷோ
touch.
எனக்கு டென்ஷன் தான் ஆகுது.
Really
இந்த
must be
தேவடியா
thinking
பையன்
what he
நெட்
has to do
புண்டே
to score
ஓவர
there.
ஏர்டெலோட வயர்லயே கொடுத்துட்டு போயிருக்கானுங்க ப்ரோ கிறுக்கனுங்க மாதிரி.
The first in the game for either side, actually. The Netherlands have the chance to go the other way. Nakata. Passing nice and neat. Quality ball. Batistuta. Got a shot away. It's off target and by quite a way.
Barcelona just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Heading backwards.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Stoichkov. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. That's been cut out, well played. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And here's Batistuta. Oh, well played, well played.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And here's Yamal. He's good for goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Lamine Yamal is offering a right smile.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. It has been competitive and combative.
ரொம்ப லாக் ஆகுதுடா. சை கருமத்தை.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
The Netherlands can really do with some bigger names standing up here.
என்னடா பண்றா ஏன்டா
As if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Iniesta, and he's found the way past. Iniesta!
என்னடா பண்ற
And this is getting better and better.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight at that, it was too late.
Oh, he's been caught napping. He would have been quick to recover this. Pedri, Maradona, Mbappe. Now Costa Curta. Mbappe. That's tidy. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. Played in by Roberto Carlos. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Pedri. And it's Stoichkov.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Chouameni. Maradona. Nakata. In with a header! Really well taken goal. Back within one. They have them in their sights again. What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
This half just takes the pressure off now and allows...
And a header!
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
என்னால
Looking for the
முடியல.
runner here. And the shot!
அப்பா எல்லா பாலும் வாங்கி
Lots of
எப்படி
approval from the bench.
தெரியல ப்ரோ. எல்லா பாலையும் வாங்கிடுறானுங்க. எப்படின்னே தெரியல ப்ரோ.
It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Short changes him with that pass. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. That is a brilliant interception. Roberto Carlos threads one in. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. Gakpo. Oh, that was vital.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
It's good run, that. Great timing.
எங்கடா அங்கிட்டு பாஸ் போட்டுக்கிட்டு இருக்க? பாக்குறேன் ப்ரோ, கண்டிப்பா விளையாடலாம்.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Gakpo. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And here's Stoichkov.
The Netherlands really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And it's Salah. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cafu. That looks a good ball through. And Ribéry! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
The Netherlands there. They lack urgency. Nicely weighted ball. That's been cut out, well played. Stoichkov. Mbappe. Oh, shooting chance! And that could come back to haunt them.
Yeah, he was just a little too eager to get his chance away there, and it could have level matters.
Now that's well seen too.
Barcelona can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Oh, what a ball he's in here! And that was very necessary. But they've got it again. And here's Maradona. Gakpo could try cutting inside here. It's a mighty effort! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
No, that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Stoichkov finds himself offside.
Bro, நேத்து நம்ம ஆடணுமா நோவா ப்ரோ?
And the number on the board is 3. It's a pretty loose pass. Barcelona have it back and can go again. And it's Stoichkov. Mbappe. Ter Stegen can pick that up.
நைஸ். ஆனா ஜெயிக்க வேண்டிய மேட்ச் ப்ரோ.
And that will be the final act.
சேவ புண்ட இல்லாம தோத்துட்டேன்.
Netherlands perhaps.
இருங்க ப்ரோ, எங்க பாக்குறேன். எங்க ப்ரோ ஃப்ரெண்ட் ரிக்வெஸ்ட் காணோம். எதுல கொடுத்தீங்க? பிளே ஸ்டேஷன்ல தானே கொடுத்தீங்க. பிளே ஸ்டேஷன்ல கொடுத்தீங்களா இல்ல எதுல கொடுத்தீங்க? இல்ல கேம்ல கொடுத்தீங்களா? ப்ரோ கேம்ல கொடுத்தீங்களா பிளே ஸ்டேஷன்ல கொடுத்தீங்களா? ப்ரோ பிளே ஸ்டேஷன்ல கொடுத்த மாதிரி தான் இருந்துச்சு. பரவாயில்ல கைஸ். ஆ பிளே ஸ்டேஷன்ல இல்ல ப்ரோ, கேம்குள்ள. ஓகே ஓகே வெயிட் நான் பாக்குறேன் ப்ரோ. கேம்ல கொடுத்தா கண்டிப்பா வந்திருக்கும். நீங்க அக்செப்ட் பண்றேன். இங்க வரல எதுவுமே. பிளே ஸ்டேஷன்லயா? ஓ பிளே ஸ்டேஷன் இல்லன்ற மாதிரி. ரோபாவோட கடை ஓப்பன் பண்ணு. கட்ட பிள்ளை நல்லா கட்டா கொடுங்களா. ஏதோ கடை கொடுத்து வச்சுருக்கானு. அந்த அக்செப்ட் பண்ணி. என்னென்ன கேம் விளாடுறீங்க? ஸ்பின் பண்ணுவீங்களா ப்ரோ? கம்பேக்கிங்லாம் வச்சுக்க நம்பாளு. இது ஸ்பின் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா எதுவும்? விளாடுவோம். தம்பியோட லேப்டாப் காயின் சேர்த்து வச்சு ஸ்பின் பண்ணுவேன் ப்ரோ. ஓகே ஸ்பின் பண்றப்ப அக்கௌண்ட் கொடுங்க, நான் லைவ்ல ஓபன் ஸ்பின். ஏன் நண்பர்களே இருங்க ப்ரோ, என் தம்பியோட லேப்டாப்ல ஓபன் பண்ணி பாக்குறேன். இதுதான் ஸ்ட்ரீம்லயே விளையாட முடியுமோ? ஏன் கனெக்ட் ஆகிட்டு? ஒரே நிமிஷம் ப்ரோ, கனெக்ட் பண்ணி பாக்குறேன் எப்படி இருக்கு. சும்மா இருக்கணும், கனெக்ட் ஆகாது. ஏவருங்க ப்ரோ, இதுதான் என் லேப்டாப்ல தான் கனெக்ட் பண்ணலான்றீங்க. இன்ஸ்டாலிங் ரொம்ப லேட் ஆகுது. இவ்வளோ லேட் ஆகும் தெரிஞ்சு. இது 4060 கிராஃபிக்ஸ் கார்டு ப்ரோ, மொட்டத்தனமான கிராஃபிக்ஸ் கார்டுன்னு அவன். அப்படியே இவ்வளோ லேக் அடிக்கும். ஏன் நம்ம கிராஃபிக்ஸ் கார்டெலாம் இதுக்குதான் ப்ரோ பிஎஸ் மேட்ரு. 1000 பண்ணுங்க, ஃப்ராக்ஷன் ஆஃப் செகண்ட்ல ஓப்பன். அதுக்கு தான் அதுக்கு அதாவது. ஆனால் சிஸ்டம் இதே நல்லா இருக்கும் ப்ரோ, இதோட இப்போ சிஸ்டம் சூப்பராக இருக்கும்னு சொன்னாங்க. இந்த லேப்டாப் வந்து 1,00,000 ரூபா. இது நம்ம பிசி பில் பண்ணியிருந்தோம்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, நேரத்துக்கு வந்து பங்கமா 1,00,000 ரூபாய்க்கு 4070 கிராஃபிக்ஸ் கார்டை போட்டு அழகா விளாண்டுட்டு போயிட்டே இருந்திருக்கலாம். என்ன சொல்றீங்க? ரன்னிங் ஃப்ரேம் ஒர்க்குன்னு காட்டிக்கிட்டு இருக்கு. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் நான் லேட் ஆகுது என்னன்னு தெரியலையே. The game you need to control. ஓ எதுல வேணா இது பண்ணலாமா? PS5 கண்ட்ரோலும் போட்டு ஆடலாம் போல இருக்கே ப்ரோ. ஏய் என்னடா இது கேன்சலே ஆக மாட்டேங்குது. ஒரே நிமிஷம் ப்ரோ, நான் வந்துருச்சு. எப்படின்னு பார்ப்போம் இதை. பிசியில் லேக் கம்மியாக இருக்கும். அப்படியா, ஓகே ஓகே, ரெடி பண்ணலாம் ப்ரோ. நானே இது அப்படி பேசாம பிஎஸ் கொடுத்துட்டு ஒரு இது பிசியில் ப்ரோ, இது சிஸ்டமில் கனெக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கலாம். பிஎஸோட ஜாஸ்திக்கு மட்டும் ஆடலாம் போல இருக்கே. கனெக்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். சிஸ்டம் நான் எனக்கு தெரியாது ப்ரோ, நான் முன்னாடி இருந்த சிஸ்டம் ரெடி பண்ணிட்டேன் 4070. இப்போதான் நானே சிஸ்டம் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன். ப்ரோ ரெண்டுமே கனெக்ட் ஆகுது எப்படி? ரெண்டுமே இதா இருக்கு. ஹீட் அப்படியே அடிக்குது ப்ரோ. பியா இதுலயும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆக லாக் ஆகுது. இருங்க பாக்குறேன், இதுலயும் கனெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. என்னது இது ஜாஸ்டிக் போட்டா தான் ஆட முடியும் போல இருக்கு ப்ரோ. ஐயோ ஓகே விடுங்க. ஓகே நல்லா தான் இருக்கு. வாங்க நம்ம மேட்சுக்கு போவோம். ஸ்டிச் பண்ணவே முடியும் போல. ஓகே நான் ஒரு விளாண்டு பார்க்குறேன். நம்ம கேம்குள்ள போ. ஸ்ட்ரீம் ஆப் ஓபன் பண்ணி தான் இது பண்ண முடியல போல இருக்கு. ஃபுல்லா ஸ்ட்ரீமோட ஆப்குள்ள போய் அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் நம்ம கேமே ஆட முடியும் போல. இந்த மாதிரி தான் வச்சிருக்கானுங்க. பரவாயில்ல பார்ப்போம். அதே நான் லைவ் போடுறேன் எப்படி இருக்கு பாருங்க. கைஸ் பாக்குறவங்களா லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க கைஸ். கைஸ் 3 பேர் பாக்குறீங்க நண்பர்களே லைக் போட்டு பாருங்க. பாருங்க இப்ப கனெக்ட் ஆகி தொலையா சாணி. தேவையில்லாத டைம்ல கனெக்ட். இப்ப பாருங்க போன மேட்ச் ஃபுல்லா கனெக்ட் ஆயிருந்துச்சு. இப்ப கனெக்ட் ஆகல பாருங்க. நான் வேலை பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கப்ப கனெக்ட் ஆகிட்டே இருந்துச்சு. இப்போ கனெக்ட் ஆக முடியும். நண்பர்களை பாக்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க நண்பர்களே. 3 பேர் பாக்குறீங்க அப்படியே சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணி விட்டு பாருங்க. இன்னும் ஒரு நான் ஒரு லைவ் பண்றேன் ப்ரோ. எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பாப்போம். என்ன ஜாய்ஸ்டிக் அந்த ஜாய்ஸ்டிக் வர மாதிரி இருக்கு. இந்த ஜாய்ஸ்டிக் வர இந்த ஒய் பின்னு கேக்குது.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Well, if you did, climbs up big.
No, lag ni yaar na. Mine 9
into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Ronaldinho. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this fella, Donnarumma, is someone who's been catching our eyes ever since he made his top-flight debut at the age of 16.
There's the hit! Nakata. Here's Chouameni. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. Stoichkov!
அவ்வளவுதான் PC டைம் lag ஆகும் not PC problem it's PC football server
Deserves a little bit of sympathy.
Brain bro வாங்க
Keeper's nightmare. It's clear that the
இல்ல நீங்க தான் பாத்துட்டு இருந்தீங்களா
defense, and by the time he
ப்ரோ ஈஸியா இப்போதான் ப்ரோ எனக்கு புரியுது ஏன் வந்து தலைமை
So a breakthrough already. Maradona will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rivaldo. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And it's Maradona. And here's Stoichkov. Now it's Pedri. And Stoichkov! It's there!
only முடிஞ்சு
Hot knife through butter.
இப்பலாம் குயிக் அண்ட் கோடர் மேனேஜரே பை பண்ணலாம்
There was no getting to
எந்த
it at all.
எந்த மேனேஜர் இருந்தாலும்
he had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
இப்பவா இப்ப வந்து வீக்கெண்ட் கொண்டே இல்லையே
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's good running with the ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
இருங்க பார்த்து சொல்றேன் இப்போ அந்த 1500 பேக் இருக்குல ப்ரோ அது
Ronaldinho and the shot.
இவன் பெல்ஜியம் பேக்
Every bit the assured keeper there.
மொரட்டு பேக் ப்ரோ
Ronaldinho actually didn't do
வாங்கனா அந்த பேக் வாங்கலாம்
to be honest.
என் ஃப்ரெண்டோட
And we have our very first corner. Oh, what a climb! And he's taking no chances there. And now the hit! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Law. Ronaldinho. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
என்ன
Now there's a fine ball. Maradona. Mbappe. Ronaldinho. Rummenigge. That looks a cracking ball. Can he finish? He scored! Back to within one. Interesting. The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Rummenigge!
வா
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. And the keeper beats it away. Ronaldinho. The Netherlands are looking to go forward now. And that interception.
டேய் என்னடா நீங்க
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bastoni cuts out the pass.
பாஸ்னாலே நான் மாட்டு போறேன்
Oh, he's been caught now. Great shot.
பாஸ்னாலே நான் விட்றேன்
It's a goal. They have grabbed
ஓ
themselves an
இந்த
equaliser.
பாசு புண்டைய வச்சுக்கிட்டு
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveler.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
ஐயோ
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
கவர் கால் கடியிலே
Great hit!
கால் கடியிலே
That
இருக்கான்டா.
is wildly off target.
எப்படிடா நான்
Look, I
தப்பிக்கிறது?
don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
இந்த R2 ஆனனால மட்டும்தான் யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு
Tchouaméni, Maradona, now Otto, Bastoni, and it's Maradona. Couldn't squeeze it through. Well played. That snuffed out the danger. Mbappe. He's in, surely! Stoichkov! A real chance and a real let-off. Tchouaméni gathers from the goal kick. Mateus. Lam tries making a foray down the right. And it's Rivaldo. Oh, good read. Now it's Mbappe.
நான் அவன்கிட்ட பாஸே பண்ணல ப்ரோ.
Well, really
லெஃப்ட்ல தான்
eased
மற்றவனா
out of
தான்
the
பாஸ்.
first half. The Netherlands come out of a half that has been quite extraordinary on many counts.
Guys பாக்குறவங்க லிங்க் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க guys.
Truly exciting.
Just a
But
quick
neither
announcement.
side able to hold a lead.
We're about to announce
Oh,
today's
well,
watching
the
numbers.
pickings
Please watch
certainly
the
have
screen
been
if you
rich
have
in
a
this
ticket.
first half. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2.
என் டீமே ஓரளவு நல்லா தான் இருக்கு.
And so we're off again. So both teams emerge the same as they were before the break. Costa Curta. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Oh, he's had a shot!
போடா.
Goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game. But that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
Oh,
Basketball
beautifully
not
dispatched.
back.
There was no reaching that.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Vasco da Gama get themselves into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And here's Stoichkov. Oh, important interception.
சூப்பர்.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Rivaldo. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune, pretty sharpish. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's there to retrieve it.
The attendance for this match was
It's Pedri.
72,306.
Oh, easy pickings there.
ஏய் சீரியஸா மறந்துடாடா.
Vieira. Oh, nicely intercepted. Tchouaméni. Lam. Now it's Rivaldo. Quality ball.
என்ன பண்ணாலும் நம்ம
Needed that. They
Yeah.
really needed it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Oh, shooting chance!
என்ன பண்றதுனே தெரியல ப்ரோ சீரியஸா.
Scores!
என்ன பண்ணாலும் என்னால ஜெயிக்கவே முடியல. நானே என்னடா எப்படி விளையாண்டாலும் அடிக்கிறானே.
What they've been looking for.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat. At least.
இங்க பாரு
one.
பின்னாடி பாஸ் பண்ணா முன்னாடி பாஸ் பண்ணு.
Nakata, he's got away. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nakata unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. It's just beyond his reach. Now that's well seen too. Rivaldo. Costa Curta.
ஆளுக்குள்ளே
Now that looks a decent ball. Nice physical challenge. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Trameni defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
ப்ரோ ஆல்ரெடி சரியான பிரஷர் ஆகுது ப்ரோ.
Now it's Rivaldo. Lam.
விளையாடுறது
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe. So what can they make of this? Maradona. Foot in. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Rivaldo receives it in a good position here. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Nakata. Maradona. Pedri. Now it's Stoichkov. Picked out brilliantly. Mbappe! They've got to be quick to recover this. And somehow he managed to miss it.
Yeah, this is part of the job. Head down and keep plugging away.
Vasco da Gama choosing to make the first change. Well read, and the danger is averted. Vasco da Gama have the chance to go the other way. And here's Mbappe. Messi. Pull it. And it's Messi. And he's cut it out. Pedri has created one goal already. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's
ஜெயிக்க
trying.
வேண்டிய மேட்ச் விட்றேன் பாரா.
Maradona. Mbappe. Nakata. It's Pedri. And once more he proves rigid and robust. So that's it. It is all over. The Netherlands did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away.
என்னையவா ப்ரோ கூப்பிடுறீங்க? ஆடுங்க ப்ரோ, ஆடுங்க ஆடுங்க. கோ பிளேயர் ஆடுவோமா? என்ன சொல்றீங்க? கோ பிளே ஆடுவோம்னா சொல்லுங்க, எப்படின்னு பார்ப்போம். ஒரு மேட்ச் ஆட்டுவீங்களா ரெண்டு பேரும்? கைஸ் பாக்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணுவேன் ப்ரோ. ஒரு மேட்ச் ஆட்டுவாங்க ரெண்டு பேரும். அடுத்த மேட்ச் கோ பிளே ஆடுவோம். என்ன சொல்றீங்க? என்ன சொல்றீங்க நண்பர்களே? போயிட்டீங்களா ரெண்டு பேரும் அதுக்குள்ள ஆட? ஹலோ கைஸ், தலைவா உங்கள்ட்ட தான் ரெண்டு பேர்ட்டையும் தான் பார்க்குறதே 3 பேர், அதே 2 பேர்ட்டை கேட்டுக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். விளாடுவோம்மா சொல்லுங்க. ஃப்ரெண்ட்லியாக ஆடலாம். ஓகே ஓகே, சரி இந்த ஒரு மேட்ச் முடிச்சுட்டு வாங்க. நீங்கள் கேமில் இருக்கேன் ப்ரோ. 1 மினிட். ஓகே ஓகே.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. The action has already started. That's a little off target. Mohamed Salah, he has found the way through. Oh, what a climb! He's scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's got away. Terrific header. Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
You really could have done with engaging those
ஆரம்பம்லாம் நல்லா
crosses
தான்
much
போகுது.
higher up the pitch there. This isn't good
போதான்
defending.
பழக்கிறானு. வித்த கட்டுறான் போது.
Looking for the runner. And it's Messi. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Odo. Maradona. Gakpo. And here's Mbappe.
Well, they were never going to allow him to receive that. Such close attention.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Ambrosini. So just one early goal to report so far. What has a shot? And he was there to get a
Hello?
vital touch.
Messi
சொல்லுங்க
really
bro.
must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
ஆமாம் ப்ரோ. ப்ரோ இது ஏர்டெல் ஒயர் இருக்குல்ல, அதுலயே கனெக்ட் பண்ணி கொடுத்துட்டு போயிருக்காங்க. அதுக்கு லேன் எடுத்து தராங்க. இப்போ நான் இதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஏர்டெல் யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன் ப்ரோ. என்ன பண்ணிருக்காங்கன்னா அவங்க புதுசா ஒயர் போடாம ஏர்டெலோட ஒயர்லயே கனெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு போயிட்டாங்க. லேண்ட் கேபிள். ஆமா இப்போ தரல ப்ரோ எனக்கு. ஆமா அப்படின்னு தான் நினைக்கிறேன் ப்ரோ. அவங்க தான் சொன்னாங்க அடுத்த நாள் வந்து நான் பண்ணி தரேன் அப்படின்ட்டு. அதனாலதான் ஒரு சரி ஓகே. இப்போ 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 ஏர்டெல்லேருந்து எனக்கு கேட்குறாங்க. அதனால தான் நான் ஃபோன் பண்ணி கேட்குறேன். அவங்க வந்து ஃபோனை கட் பண்ணிட்டாரு. இதை நான் வாங்கி தான் போடணுமா? அது முன்னாடியே அவங்க சொல்லியிருந்தா நான் போட்டிருக்கேன் பண்ணேன் சரின்னுட்டு. சரி இப்போ எனக்கு அதெல்லாம் விடுங்க. இல்லை இல்லை எனக்கு அதை விடுங்க. இல்லை இல்லை நீ அதை விடுங்க. எனக்கு வந்து இப்போ நெட்டையாச்சும் இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணி கொடுங்க 100 MBSக்கு. ஆ ஆ சரி ஓகே ப்ரோ. அவர் ஃபோன் அடிச்சா எடுக்கவே மாட்டார். ஃபோன் அடிச்சா எடுக்கவாச்சும் சொல்லுங்க. தரல யாரோ உங்க கஸ்டமர் தான். கஸ்டமர்ல உங்க இதில் வேலை பார்க்குறவங்க தான். அவங்க ஃபோன் அடிச்சா கட் பண்ணி விட்றாங்க. இதுக்காக தான் இன்டர்நெட் ஸ்பீடுக்காக தான் கேட்கறதுக்காக கால் பண்ணேன். ஓகே ப்ரோ. சரி.
And we have
ஆமாம் ப்ரோ 100 mbsக்கு எனக்கு மாத்தணும்.
and it's been taken short.
ஓகே ப்ரோ. இப்போ எனக்கு ஆன்லைன்ல நான் பண்ற மாதிரி இருந்தா கூட பண்ணிடுவேன் ப்ரோ. அது பண்ண முடிய மாட்டேங்குது. அதனால தான் நான் கால் பண்ணேன். அவங்களுக்கு வந்து ஓகே. ஓகே
Look
ப்ரோ.
at the space here.
ஓகே ப்ரோ. ஓகே ப்ரோ. ஓகே.
Corner number 2 then.
ஐயோ வேற
Big header.
கடுப்பாக்குறானுங்க ப்ரோ
Very well to
போட்டுக்கிட்டு.
get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And the pass is intercepted. Let's look.
ஆல்ரெடி நெட் பஞ்சாயத்துல இருக்கு.
Right back. He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
And Rossini. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Maradona. Now Mbappe. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Messi. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Gakpo. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. And now the breakaway. Maldini gets over and intercepts. And it's Stoichkov. Oh, well played, well played.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just... Drogba! He's keen, determined to have his say.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
So, third corner of the game. He gets big!
ஆடா fuck.
Oh, taken with style. Manchester
First time long
United
one.
are back on level terms.
நான் ட்ரிபிள் பண்ணி தான் ப்ரோ எப்பொழுதுமே கொண்டு
What
போவேன்.
a super header, dispatched beautifully.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
Manchester United grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And the counter is on. Pullet. He's chosen to go back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
And the finish! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Manchester United get their fourth corner.
இவன் குளிக்க வச்சே போட்டுற பார்க்குறான்.
The
இதே
Netherlands
பாஸ் தான் ப்ரோ.
are looking to go forward now. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Hits one! Goal! Manchester United! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And it has to be said, an absolute gift. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And Rossini. Cruyff has it out wide and decent hit! And he has kept it out somehow.
85 minutes.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
They're up to 5 corners now.
நமக்குனே வருவாங்க.
And now they can spring out of defence. Odo. Mohamed Salah. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Oh, well played. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
The Netherlands clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He could be in here. could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. That's been drilled forward.
There will be 3 minutes.
And here's
added
Drogba.
time.
And that interception was most necessary. Fiddles it through. Costa Curta. Maradona.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Hullet. Vieira. Now it's Stoichkov.
ఒక్కలవు
And the first half is done. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2-1 the score at the break, and every indication that both teams are capable of
தோல்வி
adding.
வாழ்க்கையில தோல்வி மட்டும் தான் அதிகமா
The midway point of the game.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Here we go again.
The Netherlands can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they
அழகா
were doing.
4 பாஸ் போறாங்க
Ambrosini. He's had a hit.
புரியுது அழகா அவன் ஓடி வரான் கரெக்டா இடிக்கிறான் இந்த
It
இடத்துல மாட்டான்
didn't quite come off on this
எல்லா வாட்டியும்
occasion,
இதே
but it
தப்பு தான்
only
பண்றேன்
needs a gentle tweak.
எல்லா வாட்டியும் இதே தப்பு தான்
Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Hullet. Hullet unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And it's Stoichkov. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Well read, nice interception. And here's Mbappe. Gakpo. Gakpo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
அதே
Played
மாதிரி
him through. Now it's Drogba. He's got the shot away!
என்னமோ வித்த
And
காட்டு
now it's a race for the ball. Gakpo. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Thuram does well to get it back. And it's Hullet. Cruyff. Messi. Oh, has a goal!
அதான் ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியவில்லை
And this is getting better and better. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter,
இந்த
and he
கப்ப
stuck
வேற
it back in the
இது
corner.
Looks for the finish. Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
The attendance for this match
Gakpo.
was 71,649.
Mbappe. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now the finish. Goal. Just one
அந்த ஒன்
minute
மேட்ச்
now.
ட்ரீம்
The
ஒன்று
game
ஆடலாம்
takes on a whole new
So,
complexion.
அதே ஒன் மேட்ச் ட்ரீம்
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
கைஸ் பாக்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க கைஸ் ஏன் நண்பர்களே ப்ரோ எப்படி ப்ரோ விளையாண்டுட்டே ஸ்ட்ரீம் பாட்டு விளையாடுறீங்க இது என்ன புதுசா இருக்கு இவ்வளவு நேரம் தோத்துக்கிட்டே இருக்கிறேன் உங்களுக்குலாம் போர் அடிக்கிறேன் ஸ்ட்ரீமை பார்க்க ஜெயிச்சுட்டே இருந்தாதான் போர் அடிக்கும் போல இருக்கு.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Johan Cruyff.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Messi.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
Number 8. Bellingham. Number 20. Adjo. Number 19.
Gakpo.
Number 13.
Now it's
Stoichkov.
Maradona. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And that's played in low. Gakpo. Here's Chouameni. And it's Maradona. And he was quick to react. Now it's Stoichkov. Stoichkov is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now there's a fine ball. Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And the shot! It's there!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Manchester United take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Gakpo. Gakpo looking to run onto it. Belletti. And it's Stoichkov. Picked out brilliantly. It's Basho! Chouameni. Now Gakpo. Costa Curta. That pass has been well intercepted. And here's Yamal. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Could move up a gear here. And no, that was never going to make it.
பாஸ் பண்ணாம லோ பாஸ் போட்டுக்கிட்டே இருக்கேன்.
And here's Stoichkov.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that's put paid to a promising move. That's a shade optimistic. Roberto Baggio is sporting a guilty look after that.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Bellingham in the hunt and looking threatening.
Minutes has been indicated.
Ambrosini. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established.
மூணு மேட்ச் தான் ஜெயிச்சேன். 3 மேட்ச் தொடர்ந்து தோல்வி பேசி. நண்பர்களே, இந்த ஒரு மேட்சோட அப்படியே புறப்படுறேன். கைஸ், நீங்க என்ன இது விளையாடுறீங்களா? விளையாண்டுருக்கீங்களா? மழை பெய்யும். ஏன்டா எனக்கு மட்டும் இப்படி தெரியுங்க? ரோல் பிளேயர் என்ன பண்ணுவான், ஏது பண்ணுவான்?
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And it's Maradona. Mbappe. It's a goal kick.
கைஸ் பாக்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணுங்க.
Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Pedri. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And here's Cantona. Cantona! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Maradona. Batistuta, and Batistuta! Out of play for a throw. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
The Netherlands yet to have an attempt on goal. Kimmich did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And the pass is intercepted. Cantona. Gakpo. Maradona. He's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Mbappe. Hoisted in.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, shooting chance! Pass somewhat off target. Shot a goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
கைஸ் பாக்குறவங்க லைக் பண்ணி
And we
பாருங்க.
have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Cross from the... Gets his head to it! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Cantona plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Mbappe. Mbappe is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And here's Gakpo. Stoichkov. And he's heaved it away. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Great chance! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. So, third corner of the game. Cantona with the short one. And the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
So their fourth corner
பண்ண
of the
முடியல
game.
ஏதாவது பண்ணாதான்
Cantona goes short. Header! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's Maradona. Looking for the runner. That'll be a throw. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Traumeri.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Batistuta. Decent hit!
அவ்வளவுதான் எப்படி தடுக்கிறதுனே தெரியலடா
Looks like a preconceived plan.
Bah.
And then unleash.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And it's Batistuta. It's a pretty loose pass. Looks to the other side. Gakpo. Gets his pass away. Now there's a fine ball. Cleared without hesitation. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Costa Curta. Looking for the run. A well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Batistuta. Pedri. Gets a good foot in there. Forwards and with intent. Mbappe. Cantona. Oh, they could break here. And he's intervened well there. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And the second half gets underway.
The Netherlands can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Bastoni. And it's Maradona. Now it's Stoichkov. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Costa Curta. Here's Traumeni. And it's Maradona. Defending was strong and firm. And it's Maradona. And here's Mbappe. He's in plenty of space here. That has been knocked clear. Traumeni. And he's cut it out. Pedri.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, easy pickings there. The Netherlands still this single goal behind.
Kimmich. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he welcomes it in. Great position here. That is Stuta! And he's really put himself on the line here. They're up to 5 corners now. They've played it short. Maldini. Good read, needed to be. The Netherlands have the chance to go the other way.
The attendance for this match
Your
was
impression so far, Jim?
The Netherlands are
71,898.
not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
ஓ ஓடி வர மாட்டானுங்க லேட் ஆகுறாங்க.
Now it's Pedri. That is real chance! It's a goal!
கைஸ் அப்படியே ஸ்டீமை என் பண்ணிக்கிறேன் கைஸ். இதோட முடித்து கொள்கிறேன். நாளைக்கு ஒரு நைட்டு திரும்பி வரேன் கைஸ்.